You ever wonder why store-bought berries, albeit red and beautiful, aren't as sweet?
Most of them are shipped long distances, so they're harvested under ripe, meaning less sugar. Rebecca Kolls shows us where to find some locally and how to eat them.
So this is as good as it gets. It's berry season and everything is coming up strawberries. And if you want the sweetest, this is where you'll find it, right off the plant. And if you're not sure, well, let me tell you, field testing is encouraged. Oh. All right, we're all set. Now, because these are ripe, we need to work with them now. Now, because we picked these berries right at their ripest point, we want to either eat them all, which I encourage, or we can preserve them. And one recipe shared with me from my grandmother was freezer jam. This is an easy recipe. You don't have to sit over a hot stove. We don't have to can. We don't have to sterilize the jars. Instead, all you need is 4 cups of strawberries. I've cleaned them up, and then I'm going to add sugar. Now, most recipes will tell you to every 4 cups, add 8 cups of sugar. Imagine that. That's a lot of sugar. My grandmother always said, sprinkle in the sugar until it tastes just a little bit sweet, but you can still taste the berries. So instead of 8 cups, I'm going to start by just adding about 1/2 cup. Now I'm going to pop this in the microwave. I just want to heat up the berries enough to melt the sugar to make a nice syrup. So I'm going to put it in for a couple of minutes. I want to watch it because once it starts bubbling, then we're done. All right, this looks beautiful. Look at all that juice. Now, if you want your jam to be thick, what you need to do is to pull off a little bit of this juice here, and to the juice, we're going to add pectin. Now, pectin's what helps thicken it up. But the nice part about this pectin is you don't need sugar in order for it to thicken. So, because we use minimum sugar, it's perfect. So I'm going to add about 1 teaspoon of this, stir it in until it dissolves. Okay, so we're just going to pour this in. And then I like to add a little bit of lemon juice to brighten it up, and it helps preserve the color. Okay, now this is still a little too chunky for jam, so I'm just going to take a champagne goblet, or you can use wine if you have a masher, it doesn't matter, and simply just go in and gently smash up the berry. We want it chunky, so when it spreads on toast, we get that burst of strawberry flavor. Now I'm going to pour it into a cleaned jar, and I want to leave about 1/2 inch head space. Then we're going to seal it up. And this can either go into the refrigerator, you want to eat it in the next 3 weeks or so, or put it in the freezer and it's good up to a year. Trust me, you'll have it eaten before that year's up. Now, this is just one good recipe. And this is my all-time favorite, strawberry shortcake. However, this one, there's a twist. Maddie Mahon made this. I adore this recipe. Why is this one so different, Maddie?
This is more like a biscuit with less sugar rather than a pound cake.
Or the sponge cake,
yeah,
which is loaded with sugar. Okay, so it looks fairly simple. You start with the cookie, right?
Yes.
What are the ingredients?
It's just flour, a little bit of sugar, some baking soda, salt, butter, and heavy cream. Now just mix it up. So I'm portioning these out and stamping them down. So we bake these for 450 for about 15 minutes.
Okay. Okay, so now what? Just plate them up.
Plate them up.
And then this is heavy cream.
Heavy cream. You can add vanilla if you'd like.
Ooh. Wow, this is going to be delicious. And remember, we've got blueberries coming on. We've got raspberries on their way, blackberries. I can imagine this must be just delicious with all these fruits. Not too sweet, just a fresh taste of summer on a plate. This is beautiful, Maddie.
Thank you.
And trust me, it tastes so good. Rebecca Kolls, WCCO 4 News.
Getting hungry now. Rebecca's recipes are at WCCO.com/links. She also has them listed on her Instagram page.